Tuesday when the luxury car salesman knocked the coffee out of that old man's hand and said, "Get out before I call the cops." He made the biggest mistake of his life. He thought he was kicking out a homeless man, but he had no idea whose name was actually written on the documents inside that ragged coat. It was a gray afternoon. I remember the sound of wet shoes squeaking on the dealership's immaculate porcelain floor. Mr. Arthur didn't look like he belonged there. His coat smelled like mothballs and rain, and his hands shook slightly, calloused from years of hard manual labor. He wasn't there to beg. He was there because he made a promise to his late wife that one day he'd buy her dream car to drive to the coast. He just wanted to look, to touch the leather steering wheel, to feel like finally he had made it, but to the world, he was invisible. That's when Rick, the sales manager, showed up. He didn't ask, "Can I help you, sir?" He didn't even look Mr. Arthur in the eye. With an arrogant smirk, he said loud enough for the other customers to laugh, "Hey, Grandpa, the homeless shelter is 2 blocks down. You're dirtying my floor." Arthur tried to explain. He reached into his pocket to show what he had brought, but Rick was faster. He shoved the old man's shoulder. The hardest part? Arthur lost his balance and fell. The coffee he was holding splashed everywhere. The silence in the store was deafening. No one helped. Rick just laughed and grabbed his radio to call security. The humiliation was complete. But what Rick didn't know is that dirty old man hadn't come just to buy a car. As security approached, Mr. Arthur didn't back down. He lifted his head, wiped the coffee off his coat, and spoke with a voice so firm it made the whole showroom freeze. "You're right, Rick. This floor is dirty, but it's your attitude that stinks." He pulled a manila envelope from his inner pocket. It wasn't cash. It was an acquisition contract. Mr. Arthur had just bought the entire dealership franchise that morning. He came in undercover just to see how his new staff treated regular people. Rick's face went pale. He stuttered, tried to apologize, but it was too late. That day, I learned the most valuable lesson of all. A man's worth isn't in the brand of the suit he wears, but in the character he carries. Rick left through the back door, and Mr. Arthur, he took the keys to the dream car and handed them to the janitor, the only person who had offered him a towel to dry off. If you agree that respect should always come before money, hit that like button right now and subscribe because the next story is going to blow your mind.